This is Matrix Lord 212, and I want to talk about what I want to see in the coming years of Doctor Who. What I really want to see is what the heck happened with the Silence and Madame Corvarian and all this stuff. Like, I want the questions to be answered. Um, I want to know why a TARDIS was built. Was it the Silence? Who built it? I want to know if the Dream Lord is in the TARDIS, if he's still around. There's so many questions that I felt the cracks in the wall wasn't fully explained. I felt that the fixed points and all that stuff wasn't really explained. Um, a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. And I like things to make sense somewhat. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the Big Bang with the leaving notes for yourself to help yourself out type of thing, because that was from, believe it or not, the parody of Doctor Who, which was like Bill and Ted, where they copied off of the TARDIS, but they made it where it was actually small on the inside and two idiots running around. So that was their time travel theory, that leaving notes for yourself to help each other out. So I'm not a fan of that. The Doctor never really crossed his own time stream to do stuff like that. So from this new series, Series 5, 6, and 7, that I'm not a fan. Um, but I do like what happened with the character development of Amy and Rory and River. I wasn't happy that River was Amy and Rory's daughter, but I accepted it. I thought that Silence in the Library was one of the, and Forest of the Dead was one of the best performances from River Song. And I do like her performances since then, but I do feel that they need to do more with the character. And by revealing everything about her, it's like she's not as interesting. So they need to do something to make the character, to give the character life, basically. I'm not happy with the scenario where there's no hope. And when I say that because the Doctor's always about finding a way, there's always a way. And just by the simple fact that he didn't, after the fact, find a way to bring Amy and Rory back, that doesn't sit well with me either. Because I don't like contradictions, okay? Um, and that's what we get is contradictions. I love Stephen Moffat. I think he's a brilliant writer. I just saw Sherlock Series 2 um, and with Irene Adler. What a great actress! She played that role well, and that was brilliant. But Stephen Moffat's a brilliant writer. I just don't like with Doctor Who this inconsistencies, different things that I like things to be tied up and made sense of. Like just all these. It's like we never got one question answered. And that's the thing that bothers me. I'm just fearing that when everything is done, nothing's going to be resolved. And even if they're not all, I wouldn't want most of them to be. I mean, you know, there's got to be something with Amy and Rory that, because certain things it just didn't fit, you know. And by the simple fact that he just won't figure out a way to get them home. I mean, there's so many ways he could rescue them. I mean, even the fact that River visited him with the Vortex Manipulator and told Amy to put in like a footnote or whatever it is, and afterward, um, there's got to be a way to get them. But once again, I'm disappointed with that, and it leads me to believe that I'm going to be disappointed with the fact that River Song's going to be left in the library. And the reason why it bothers me so much is because you have River Song that goes out of her way to basically, she's willing to destroy the entire universe for her man, for the Doctor. And if he doesn't do the same, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Sorry to say. I mean, if he doesn't try to exhaust every option to free her from the library or do something, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth because she's River Song. She's gonna get bored in there. That's not her. That's not her life where, you know, sitting in some simulation and happily ever after. That was never what River Song was about. She's always off having adventures and stuff like that. That just wouldn't sell. I mean, we were used to it when it was the first appearance of River Song, but then as time went on and we saw who she really was, you come to this conclusion in your head that you know how River Song thinks, and she would never be satisfied being stuck there like that, from what we've seen. So, and for the Doctor to just leave her there, that just that wouldn't be the 11th Doctor, I don't think. And just like him leaving Amy and Rory there. Uh, if it was up to me, I would fully expect him to rescue them, where they already have the kid adopted, and he just rescues them. And maybe they're in their 40s or whatever, but he brings them home, And I mean, it kind of contradicts stuff with the PS and stuff like that, but it just doesn't. I just don't understand why he couldn't just, tell them to hop on a boat, or I mean, get the money from River probably, and them just go fly overseas to London or whatever, and just pick him up there if he can't go to New York. Or just go to if they went to 1938, go to 1937 and just, leave the TARDIS there or whatever. Or I don't know, man. It's just, gives you a headache, I mean, the thing is this. They shouldn't be allowed to stay there because the Doctor broke that rule with Martha Jones. I know that Stephen Moffat don't like to tread on another writer's work, like on Russell T Davies, but the Doctor and Martha were touched by an angel. They were sent into the past, okay? And the Doctor's like, there's no way we're going to stay here and live out our lives. And Martha Jones is like, no way. So, the Doctor didn't say, hey, you stay here, Martha Jones, because I'm a Time Lord, I can go back. No, he took her with him. And he found a way to teach Sally Sparrow to put the disc in with the TARDIS and do all that stuff and have the TARDIS come back for them. So there's no way. There's no way that because they got touched, they shouldn't be touched and removed from time because it will alter. No. The Doctor and Martha escaped, so can Amy and Rory. That's just, textbook right there. He could have used the Vortex manipulator because that was able to land there. He could have landed there with River, grabbed him, and took him out. That's it. And then, I mean, they could have made a fake headstone that said Rory and Amy. And, that's it. I mean, there's numerous amount of things. So, I'm not trying to contradict. I'm just trying to say that, after you see all these episodes, you formulate an opinion on what you think the Doctor should do and shouldn't do, what type of person he is in this regeneration incarnation. And, if River Song is basically willing to destroy the universe to save him, I think he should do the same. If Rose Tyler is willing to break the walls down to destroy the universe to get his attention, to stop the Daleks, I think he would do the same. And if he doesn't, then something's wrong there. He didn't even attempt. And he left the angel there, which, why would you leave one of your greatest villains there to harm more people? It's almost arrogant and nasty and more evil in itself that he left the angel there. I mean, I would love to see a scene where he actually got the angel and threw him over out of the TARDIS in the asteroid. I mean, he's done that. He's done that with Family of Blood. He put them to their ends. I mean, so why would he leave an angel there? That's just... So, what I want to see in the future Doctor Who, before Matt Smith leaves, I do want to see the Singing Towers episode with River Song. And I want to see him rescue River Song from the library, and maybe she has more regenerations or gets them back. I want to have the thing explained about the regeneration energy. Did he use up a regeneration in Stolen Earth? Did he use up a regeneration with River? How does that count? Does he have unlimited? That needs to be explained. I need to know why the Doctor didn't do anything to save save Amy and Rory. Nothing. I would like to know basically why they keep having it where the doctor's aging so much years-wise, but he doesn't physically show. Um, this will be the doctor that's the longest incarnation because he went from 907 to 1200. And what the heck is he doing all that time? Uh, I do feel that because of the loss of Amy and Rory, that you need to have familiar faces, and that is why I'm glad they had Madame Vastra, Jenny, and Strax from the Sontaran. But I do believe that we need to see Craig. I do believe we need to see Martha Jones or someone from the past to link the show. Maybe Donna Noble. You know, and that's basically what I want to see. I want to see Villains return. I want to see Omega. I do want to see the Time Lords return a little bit. Maybe the Ronnie. To link the show to the past. Because you can't forget the past. You have to, no matter what you do, you have to remember the past. And to throw out the Doctor's history and try to forget it and just move on, that's not fair either. So, that being said, I do hope we have multi-Doctor episodes. I can't wait to see the interior of the TARDIS change, as well as more rooms. And I do want to see how the Doctor deals with the Ronnie or the Master returning, because that is something I do want to see. I do want to see also how he encounters the Weeping Angels again, because he can't just encounter them without some psychological damage. I fully expect the next time he encounters the angels for him to basically want to wipe them all out and then maybe be stopped. But it's just a thing that they have to have an episode where something strikes a nerve with the Doctor about Amy and Rory. I think that is what is needed. I think we need to see that dark side of him. And I also think that the River Song relationship may be strained. I mean, he just left him. He didn't do any attempt to save him. I mean, he was so in his own doubt and becoming Scrooge, I guess, in the Christmas special that he just. I think there should be something there. So, what would you like to see in Series 7 Part 2, 50th Anniversary, Beyond? If Matt Smith does Series 8, I guess. What would you like to see? And that's my thoughts. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.